Say hello, everybody, Faith. Hello. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. So Faith is going to say hello and welcome to
the Daily Antidote.
Welcome to the Daily Antidote. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. You are in the presence of Faith, who is Chinobe's daughter, who we all sang with one time when Chinobe was with us, if everyone remembers. And also in the presence and in the sound sphere of Mercy, who is 4 and who is very, very sound oriented. Three, and very sound oriented. Welcome, everybody, to the Daily Antidote of Song. We're so glad to be here. Faith, do you want to say hi to Katie?
Hello, Katie.
And hi to Hubby?
Hello, Katie.
And also to Anna?
Hello, Anna.
Hello, Katie and Hubby and Anna. And Hubby, we're so excited to sing with you today. Katie, thank you for running the tech today. And Anna, so happy to have some alternative roots and Anna Alter here, co-hosting with me again today.
Hello.
Welcome to day 4 of our Next Generations Week in the Daily Antidote of Song. I am, as many of you know, Joe Rossi. I am with Carpe Diem Arts, and I have the delighted, distinct pleasure of babysitting for Chinobe's children for the next 4 days. And boy, are we having a blast over here, let me tell you. And the Daily Antidote is going to be part of every day while we are here. Kathy in Virginia, hello, glad you're here. And Anne in Victoria, hello. Becky, hello, in Vancouver. Hello to, go ahead, you say that one since you know.
Hello, Busy.
Hello, Busy. Faith sees Busy on the screen.
Hello, Busy.
Hello, Busy. Mercy also sees Busy on the screen. Hello, Al, and your guitar. And hello, is that Arlene? I can't, Alyssa, hello. Nice to have you with us today, coming in from Portland. And hello to Isabel in Florida.
Hello, Busy.
Hello, Busy. Let's all say hello, Busy. Hello, Busy. Oh yeah, that's a good day. All right, hello to Kim from the Vancouver, the Ubuntu Choir Network. Glad to have you here today. And Susan in Ohio, hello. Deli in Maryland. And let's see, Carol in Connecticut, Sheila in Florida. Hello to, oh my goodness, I can't see. Rochelle, nice to have you today. I'm glad you're here. And hello to Annette in California.
Hello.
Kevin in New Hampshire. Let's all wave hello to Kevin in New Hampshire. Can we say hello, Kevin?
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Susan. And hello, Susan. Very good. And hello, Christiana. And hello to Bonnie, who is driving in a car with maybe Carolyn in the back seat. Okay, that's the coolest thing ever.
Hello, Ida in Poland.
Hello, Ida in Poland. All right, everybody say hello, Ida.
Hello, Ida.
And that's also Natalia, Ida's mom. Hello to Bob coming in from Maryland, Gary in Mass. Hello to Caroline in DC. Hello to Bob also in Mass. That's hello to Nancy's Irish Cow with Nancy hiding behind it in Washington State. Hello, Kat. Good to have you today. Can we all say hello, Kat? Hello, Kat. And hello to Mac in New Hampshire. Glad to have you, Martha in Oregon, Sarah in Texas, Tom in Victoria, Jim in New York. Jean, hello. Nice to have you again today. Hello, Carol.
Trish.
Glad you're back coming in from BC. Who did you see?
Trish.
Say hello, Trish.
Hello, Trish.
Hello, Trish, and hello, Anne. And Thomasina is here today. I'm so glad coming in from New York. We're really glad to see you. You want to say hello, Thomasina?
Hello, Thomasina.
Hello, Thomasina.
Hello.
She threw you kisses. Did you see that? And hello to Michelle and Steve and Jamie and Storm and Brian and Andy coming in. That's Anna's sister. Nice to have you again today. Hello to Campbell in Cambridge. Glad to have you today. Oh, that's Campbell, not in Poland. Let's all say hi to Campbell because he's missing his Polish crew. Hello, Campbell. And hello to Annette. I think that is Anna's mom, if I have that right, and Andy's mom. Very good. And Luby, hello, nice to have you. And all the folks who are off camera today, Bronwyn and Bob and Mommy in New Jersey. Can you say hi to my mom? Hello. Hello, Mommy. And to Karen, hello, in Oregon. And Kirsten and Heather and Fred and Valerie. And so many other folks still coming in the room. Thank you so much, gang, for being here today to sing with the marvelous Hubby. And I am going to turn it over to Anna from Some Alternative Roots. Thank you, Anna. And thank you, Faith and Mercy.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Hello. I am looking for my big breath with everybody. I was wanting that. So one big breath. Hi, happy Thursday. We're halfway through this week, Next Generations Week, and I'm delighted that you're all here. And every day I get more practice chatting with all of you really cool daily antidoters, and that's really special. Today we have a wonderful guest to mark halfway through, Hubby Jenkins. He is currently located in Queens, but grew up in Brooklyn. Multi-instrumentalist, as we will soon see. He's been here already before, so we get another excellent experience with him. He has spent much of his life studying and sharing old-time African-American history through music and discussions, and I know that that will continue today. He has had a lot of experience as both a busker on streets and subway platforms and around the US, and as well as on stage with the Carolina Chocolate Drops and the Rhiannon Giddens Band. And most recently, I think he's been doing a lot more solo work, including an EP that was released in April of last year called The Fourth Day. And now let's welcome him here. Hi, Hubby.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much. How's everybody doing? Why is this little box showing up on here? I'll just unmute myself. Boom. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I think I've been here a couple times. I think we did guitar one time. I think we did banjo last time. So I figured this time we're going to just use our bodies. It's going to be completely a cappella, and we're going to clap. And I guess we're going to talk more about the history of the song, so I won't get too crazy into it now. We'll get into it later. This is a song in a nutshell that comes from the Georgia Sea Islands, and it's in the ring shout tradition. And two things that you need to understand about the ring shout tradition is that it's call and response, and it involves clapping in a certain rhythm. So our main rhythm is going to be and now it can be hard to sing and play that at the same time. So if you're having trouble singing and playing at the same time, you want to find your 1 and your 3 or your 2 and the 4. So it could be, or I will be playing the rhythm and you guys can play around it for what's comfortable with you. That's the rhythm. Now what's the singing? The song is called Move Daniel. And you have 3 parts that you'll sing. I will say, move Daniel, move Daniel. And on that second Daniel, you're going to go, Daniel. Then I'll say, move Daniel, move Daniel. And you'll meet me and go, Daniel. So, Daniel, 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 move Daniel, move Daniel, move Daniel, move Daniel, move Daniel, move, move Daniel, move. Move Daniel, move, move Daniel, okay? And then every once in a while, there's gonna be a break, and we can all sing this together, and it goes, oh Lord, pray sinner come, oh Lord, sinner gone to hell. You got that? I'll do it again so we get it together. Oh Lord, pray sinner come, oh Lord, this sinner gone to hell. Move Daniel, move Daniel, move Daniel, move Daniel. We got it? Now we're together. I can feel it. So let's do it. And then I got the lyrics up here. You just need to remember the Daniels and the Oh Lords. It's a song of feeling, and I might switch it up and change it, but I know you guys will be there. Just hold on tight. Move Daniel, move Daniel, oh. Move Daniel, 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 go the other way, 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 Daniel. Oh Lord, praise in my heart, oh Lord, these sinners gone to hell. Move Daniel, 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 move Daniel. Shout Daniel, shout Daniel, shout Daniel, shout Daniel, shout, shout Daniel, shout Daniel. Go the other way, go the other way, Daniel, go the other way, Daniel, go the other way, Daniel. Oh Lord, praise in my heart, oh Lord, these sinners gone to hell. Move Daniel, 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 move Daniel. Rock Daniel, rock, rock Daniel, rock, rock Daniel, rock, Rock Daniel, rock Daniel, move Daniel, move. Move Daniel, move Daniel, move Daniel, move Daniel, move Daniel, move Daniel. Oh Lord, praise in my heart. Oh Lord, these sinners gone to hell. Move Daniel, 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 move Daniel. Shout Daniel, shout. Shout Daniel, shout Daniel, shout Daniel, shout. Shout Daniel, shout Daniel. There we go. Great job, everybody.
Woo! Hubby, that was so great and full of so much energy. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. And we were having a little trouble over here keeping up with the clapping and the speed of the lyrics, but we were having a blast in any case. And Hubby, thank you so much for being with us today and bringing us another traditional song. I know that you have spent some goodly amounts of time invested in the archives, both at the American Folklife Center, at the Library of Congress, and elsewhere. What can you tell us about this fabulous song?
All right, so this song is pretty great. So anyone who knows me knows I have more than a passing interest in Christianity among African Americans and Black culture and the genesis of all that and diving into it. One of the great sources for that is the Georgia Sea Islands and the ring shout tradition that comes from there. Georgia Sea Islands is off the coast of Georgia, and for reasons both geographic and political, the people who were enslaved there were able to retain a lot of the culture, a lot of early slave culture, and a lot of the West African influence into early Christianity among Black people, right? And so this song in particular, Move Daniel, as I know it from this recording, is a song that was, the legend is, comes from a slave named Daniel, or a enslaved person named Daniel, wanting to steal some meat from the big house, some smoked meat, and they're going to steal it. And he's trying to run, but the master sees him. Or the master finds out someone stole the meat, and they're looking for Daniel. So all the slaves start singing this song. So it sounds like they're having a party, and they're singing about Jesus, but they're trying to tell Daniel where to go. Move, Daniel, move, Daniel. Go the other way, Daniel. Go the other way. Rock, Daniel, rock. And it's kind of a joke song of using Christianity or this guise of it as a way of helping their fellow enslaved person, which is one of, I just love it as a joke in that respect, but also the idea of like what enslaved Africans and African American people put into Christianity, how they made it their own and were able to put their own trials, tribulations, hopes, joys, etc. into this music as a safe space because of, the cruelty of chattel slavery in America. But yeah, that's the history in a nutshell.
Thank you. There's a lot of music that has come out of those circumstances. Can you give us, are there other ones that you sing? And I think actually have sung in here before that had similar sort of backgrounds.
Yeah, I love ring shout songs. I think maybe at some point did we do like Adam in the Garden or something like that, which is one I really like. Adam in the Garden,
No.
Pin and Leaves. That's a story of that's right after Adam and Eve eat from the apple and they realize that they're nude. And so they're pinning leaves and God comes to the garden and he's like, God called Adam and he's pinning leaves. Where are you, Adam? Oh, God, I'm ashamed. God, I'm ashamed. Pinning the leaves. That's another one of my favorites. But I just really I feel connected to the ring shouts. I think it's cool that this is what people think a lot of early slave churches sounded like. So I think it's just cool to have that we have access to that, to be able to hear it. And even through Zoom here, like I felt like I could get into a trance mode just singing that song, just body, rhythm, voice, and you can feel that. So I don't know, it's kind of like an ancestral ether phone call or something, singing these songs for me. Yeah.
That's great, Hubby. Thank you. So yeah, actually, you've just taught me a new trick. Is that when I ask you questions about songs, I can use this on all artists now. Get you to name your favorite songs, and then the ones that you haven't done, I can say, no, we haven't done that one yet. So now we'll have to do that one next time. So now we know what's coming up next with Hubby. Is an Adam in the Garden song. Thank you, Hubby. That was really great. And you are most assuredly like folklore ethnomusicology brain, and we could go on and on and on. And I know there are a lot of people in here who would love to keep going on deeper and deeper. And maybe we can come up with an excuse at some point to do sort of a separate event where we really go in depth on some songs for folks who actually love to sit around and chat. And I saw some hands waving, so I think we're on. So now I see more hands waving. I love it. Anna, I'm going to turn it over to you because I know you've got some great questions for hubby.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. I don't know if we'll get to all of them. My first
I'll try to speak really fast. I'm a New Yorker, so I talk really fast, so maybe I can just boom, boom, boom,
Good.
wow.
Well, the first question was actually one that is very close to my own heart at the moment. Is I was reading an article where you had been interviewed, and they had been chatting about how you had dealt with stage fright when you first started playing on stage, and you had a very unique way of tackling that. And I wondered if you would talk about it, and also if you have any ideas on how to deal with it, because I want to deal with it.
Sure. There are two things that I did that helped me with my stage fright, and I guess I don't know if I mentioned both of them in that interview, but one was I pretended to be blind for a long time. Not a long time, but I was blind Hubert Jenkins, and I would wear sunglasses so I wouldn't have to look at anyone on stage, and that helped a lot until at a show someone called me out and said, "Hey man, you can't be pretending to be blind." And I was like, "That's fair. That's fair. I don't even need it anymore." And another thing that really helped me was stand-up comedy, and specifically, there was a show called Def Comedy Jam back in the day. And there's a comedian, Bernie Mac, who has a set, and you can find it on YouTube, where he comes out on stage wearing every color that existed because it's the 90s. And the DJ, I forget his name now, is like playing a song, and he just comes out and he's dancing and he goes like this and he kills the music and he goes, "You don't understand. I ain't scared of you people. I ain't scared of you people." And he tells a joke. Real quick, I can't tell it here because it's a little dirty. And he tells a joke, and then he goes, "Kick it." And the music starts up again, and he's dancing, and he kills the music. He goes, "No, you don't understand. I ain't scared of you people." And then he tells another joke, and he just keeps it like that. And something about that, "You don't understand. I'm not scared of you." Rhythm, song, banter, song. Having that rhythm was something that really helped me and like to overcome. So like to myself in between songs, I would say, "I ain't scared of these motherfuckers," and just like play a song, do my banter, and help me to like get over it for sure.
Well, maybe I'll start doing stand-up comedy.
Just whenever you start doing something, just say, "I ain't scared of you motherfuckers." Just say it just like
Okay.
that. Like not mad. You're not angry. Just like, "I ain't scared of you motherfuckers." Just like
In
facts,
any venue, to anyone.
in any situation, that's what I suggest.
Well, thank you. Hopefully I can internalize that and it will help.
I believe.
Yeah. Another question that I had was actually brought to me by my dear friend Alyssa, who's in one of those little boxes down there, who has basically, banjo has become an extended part of her body. And so she has lots of banjo thoughts and questions. And one of them was about the banjo musicians that have inspired you, that you still listen to, ones that you feel have really shaped the way that you play banjo music. Will you share?
Sure. I would say that is a long. Okay, let me see if I can cull this list very quickly. I would say, probably like the biggest influence for me on the banjo were a lot of black banjo players. So like when I joined the Carolina Chocolate Drops, like I had played banjo for 1 year, and then I had an ex-girlfriend stab my banjo with a butcher knife, so I didn't play it for a few months until I got it repaired. And then I joined Chocolate Drops, and they were like, "Hey, can you play the fiddle?" And I said no, and they said, "Okay, you're the new banjo player." So a lot of my banjo playing was like getting steeped in Joe Thompson's playing. And Joe Thompson was, for people who don't know, he passed away, but he was an older black fiddler who played with his cousin Odell Thompson from Mebane, North Carolina. And they played in a tradition of Piedmont old time that went through the men and their family all the way back to the Civil War. And this was kind of this catalyst for start of Carolina Chocolate Drops, was like sitting at this man's feet and like learning his songs. So stuff like that. The first time I heard Black Banjo Songsters of North Carolina and Virginia, put out by Dr. C.C. Conway of Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina, that blew my mind. And so a lot of my playing got inspired by, I would say, those Joe Thompson, that album, and another album called Altamont that was put together by John Work III, who was a musician and ethnomusicologist at Fisk University, which I think we talked about, like one of the first ones that I did here. And he put together an album that was non-religious, non-blues, black string band music. And what you find in a lot of the connecting thread that I think the connecting thread that influences my banjo playing a lot is rhythm over melody and complexity, and having songs that, if you have a solid rhythm, this is a drum with strings. So if you have a solid rhythm, you can really do anything. You know, you could play, you know, whatever. Let's see. I'll do something from Altamont or something like that. Well, it depends on. Yeah, let's do. I changed my mind. I'm gonna do a different song real quick. I'll tune fast. But this song comes from Black Banjo Song. There's a version of Cuckoo Bird.
Are you
Cuckoo
changing
Bird
the
is like,
tuning right now?
I'm going to sawmill tuning or G modal tuning. And there's a song Cuckoo Bird, and Clarence Ashley kind of has the big hit. This version comes from a guy named Rufus Casey. It exemplifies kind of the rhythm over it. I can do this. Come on, banjo. Don't embarrass. I'm doing a zoom right now. Okay. So here we go. When I see you walking, well, woman, tell your mind. Your mind is to marry and leave this town. Well, the cuckoo, sorry, is a pretty bird. She warbles as she flies. She never hollers cuckoo till the 4th day of July. And so you see it's just like 3-4 notes, but it's all about that rhythm. You can play that. Sorry. And I forget your friend's name, but that's just G modal, open G, 3rd fret, 5th. 3rd fret of the bottom string. That's the whole song. You could play the whole song just that. So, yeah, I would say more of a focus on rhythm. Yeah.
The sweet friend is Alyssa, and she actually sent me that song fairly recently and was like, we have to learn how to play this. What are the chances? Yay, thank you. We had another question about your bones, and don't feel pressured to share if they're not nearby, but someone was just asking about them. Are they there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in my music station, so I'm surrounded by 2 banjos, a guitar, bones, a harmonica, a pencil sharpener, you know, etc. But yes, I have my bones. What's the question? Do I have them? Yes.
You have them. I don't know what the specific question was, but maybe you'll chat about them.
I think the
Where
question
I'll say a few
was,
things.
can you show them a little bit? Like,
Oh,
so
cool.
can you give
Yeah.
a little demo?
Sure. I'll do it with these bones that I got. I've had these bones. I'm going down memory lane now. My first year with Chocolate Drops, we played in Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia. I forget which side of the street. And we opened for the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. And the drummer from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band was like, oh, I like your bones playing. Like, what's your address? And I was like, okay, what's up, man? And he's like, I got these bones. Like, someone gave me a pair of bones in like 60 something, and I've never used them. And he sent me these bones. And so I like them a lot. Anyway, how do you play the bones? History of the bones. Bones, world's oldest instrument. They found evidence of the bones in many different places. Romani people in ancient India called them kartal, and they still exist today in Indian music. I saw a version of them in the museum from ancient Egypt that were in the shape of little hands, and apparently people who were praying to a certain god would shake these clappers, they called them, yada yada yada. They come to America and they become an integral part of blackface minstrelsy, which is the most popular form of music in the country for a very long time. And they make it into blues a little bit and into jazz for a second, and then the drums kill it, and then Bones are gone, right? I guess the last major Bones recording is probably the Harlem Globetrotters theme song. Also, you can find it in Greek music and Irish music, but we don't have time for all that. How do you play the bones? I'm holding the bones curved towards each other around my middle finger, and I'm holding the one that's close to my thumb down very tightly. So when I move my hand, this one does not move at all. And then this other one is loose. So when I move, it's the loose one falling into the one that's held tightly. And then you learn how to control the momentum. I would say if you start by doing this. You're twisting a doorknob that's stuck, so you gotta give it a little extra. Then you do your singles, which is I'm swinging and then stopping it. You do your doubles, so you learn how to control that momentum like you're bouncing a basketball. And then you put a little twist, a little bit of a circle, and you get your triplets. And then when you play a song, you just combine those all together. And that's the Bones in the nutshell. Yeah.
Whoa, that was so
Whoa.
completely amazing. Thank you so much to Tom for putting that question in the chat, because that brought that on. And Hubby, no kidding when you said you speak New York. Seriously, that was like almost as though it was being played on like the 45 record speed when it's not supposed to be the 45 record speed. That was awesome. It's like the brief history of Bones in New York compacted into. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Anna,
No problem.
we have another question before we turn it over to the ending song.
Yes. Although I do want to point out that Bob in the chat asked if you would play the pencil sharpener as well.
Oh, God. Let's see. No, not yet. I'm taking lessons.
You're working on it. Wow. So we also were wondering if you have any upcoming gigs. What's happening? What's happening in your world musically?
What is happening in my life? I am doing my first real life gig Saturday in East Greenwich, Rhode Island at the Diem Theater. And then I'm still doing stuff online. I have another gig in a place called Mohonk Mountain House up in New Paltz, or up for me. So we'll be playing there for a couple of days with some old-timey fools. And then a lot of things are online. I'm doing like the Augusta Heritage Teaching Week, so I'm preparing for that. That's also happening online. I'm going to be doing a presentation with some other badass musicians about gospel music and spirituals from before slavery to modern day. And also teaching classes on probably how to play the bones and guitar and junk. Yeah, but find me, follow me, and I'm around. Oh, shit, and every Tuesday, mostly for my parents and my ex, I read Choose Your Own Adventure books and drink whiskey and play songs. And it's really fun because everyone gets to choose the direction that the stories go in. And on Easter, my aunt gave me my childhood collection of Choose Your Own, so I've doubled my collection. And this week we're doing Exile to Earth, where we are kicked out of by the Supreme Senate and forced to go to Earth. And our first choice is, do we go to China or the United States of America? So it should be very interesting to see the 80s version of what those two places are compared to what the hell is going on now. But that's every Tuesday. Also, you get to meet my moms, and they're very funny, and sometimes they share personal stories that nobody needs to hear. Like the time my mom, in one story, we had to jump out of a moving car. My mom's like, oh, I had to do that once in 82. I was like, what? What's going on? But anyway, that's me. That's it. Yeah.
Tuesdays at what time? I want to put it on my website.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now we're wondering if you'd be willing to share the first song that you sang, maybe a little bit more.
Should we do it again? Should we do Shout Daniel? You guys ready for that?
Oh yeah.
We're not going to do Adam in the Garden, right? We should say that for another time, right, Joe?
So actually that is 100% up to you. If you want to kick in with a different song, we are right here. We are your ears and your willing travel partners.
Let's do Adam in the Garden, because it's only got two. All you got to say is one line. I have to do all the rest, and I'll bone it, so we can do it. So we'll do Adam in the Garden. So I'm gonna say, my part will be Adam in the garden, Adam in the garden, right? And you guys will go. I'll say Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. 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 God called Adam, pinning leaves. God called Adam, pinning leaves, right? And what's our clapping? Or you can do 2, 4. Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. Or Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. Or Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. How's that sound? Yeah. And if you, and I'll just bone it because it'll be fun. And here we go. I had it backwards. Here we go. Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. 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 God called Adam, pinning leaves. God called Adam, pinning leaves. God called Adam. God called Adam, pinning leaves. Adam wouldn't answer. Adam wouldn't answer, pinning leaves. Adam wouldn't answer. Adam wouldn't answer, pinning leaves. God called Adam, pinning leaves. God called Adam, pinning leaves. God called Adam. God called Adam, pinning leaves. Adam! Where art thou, pinning leaves? Adam, pinning leaves, where art thou, pinning leaves? God, I'm ashamed. God, I'm ashamed, pinning leaves. God, I'm ashamed. God, I'm ashamed, pinning leaves. Adam in the garden. Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. God called Adam. God called Adam, pinning leaves. God called Adam. God called Adam, pinning leaves. Adam, pinning leaves, where art thou? Adam, pinning leaves, where art thou? Pinning leaves. God, I'm ashamed, pinning leaves. God, I'm ashamed. God, I'm ashamed. God, I'm ashamed, pinning leaves. Adam in the garden. Adam in the garden. Adam in the garden, pinning leaves. 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 God called Adam. God called Adam, pinning leaves. God called Adam, pinning leaves. God called Adam, pinning leaves. Like that.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So yeah, 2 future bone players over here making a racket and trying to follow what you're doing. And Hubby, that was—
Oh, that reminds me. I'll throw in one last thing. There's a website called Bone Dry Music. And they have been where I've gotten a lot of my bones, and they are sadly going out of business. And while they're going out of business, they are like trying to get rid of all their stock, and like all their stuff is like 25% off, all that kind of crap. So if you've ever thought about maybe I want to try the bones, or maybe I'll try it for a couple of months, this is like a fun way to like help these people on their way out, and also get a nice pair of bones that won't break the bank and all that kind of stuff. So Bone Dry Music, check it out.
Thank
Sorry to
you,
cut you off.
Hubby. That is such a great tip. Thank you, everybody. This was an absolutely amazing day. I have been loving absolutely every minute of all of the songs and the musical explanation and the discussion. And Hubby, cannot wait to have you back again in this room with us. We are going to say goodbye to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Wait, actually, first, let's all give it up for Hubby one time. A big, huge thank you to Hubby. Thank you, Hubby. Can you guys say thank you, Hubby?
Thank you, Hubby.
Thank you, Hubby. Okay.
Thank you.
We're going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook, gang. Thanks for being with us, and can't wait to sing with you tomorrow.